smelled like an onion sandwich. Really? She did. She washed out her armpits. She's okay now. Yeah, she smells good now. I got a wife that smells like onion burger a little bit. But you good now. You washed up under there and everything. We good. She took a quick, what they call it, a whole bath.
The Braxton family has never been strangers to public drama. Over the years, fans have watched the sisters laugh together, argue with each other, make up, and then find themselves in another disagreement just a few episodes later. But this time, the conversation has taken a much more serious turn. Recently, old videos featuring Towanda Braxton and her husband, Sean Hall, started making the rounds on social media again. At first, they looked like ordinary clips from interviews and wedding celebrations. But after people watched them more closely, many viewers began saying they noticed things they had overlooked the first time.
Amazing, wonderful man who provides for me financially, emotionally, mentally. And I just appreciate you, honey. Thank you.
You're welcome. But you know what? You do have to work because there's no way. I
don't have to. I want to.
Yeah, but your insides make you do it. Like you're not going to sit there and just get your nails done, get massages all day. That's not happening. Not the Towanda that I know. I don't care how much money I got. You're not going to sit at the house and do nothing and go shopping all day.
Then came Tamar Braxton's comments. According to discussions happening online, Tamar has suggested that Towanda's relationship changed after marrying Sean. Those comments quickly sparked a wave of speculation, with fans wondering whether there had been warning signs hiding in plain sight. Now, before we go any further, it's important to point out that many of the claims circulating online have not been independently verified. The people involved have their own perspectives, and much of the discussion is based on fan reactions, social media conversations, and public appearances, rather than confirmed facts. Still, the internet has been connecting the dots, and the debate has become impossible to ignore. So what exactly has everyone talking? Let's break it all down.
Yes, who showed up and who wanted to be president, following the rules with their phones and posting all the important things. And, we just wanted to say thank you to everybody. Dr. David Johns, we said that. Lisa's and our goddaughter. Thank you. Trina, Tony, Miss Charlotte, thank you to everybody. And shouts out to our son, Brax, who graduated from the Navy. He couldn't make it.
For years, viewers of Braxton Family Values watched the complicated relationship between Tamar and Towanda. Like many siblings, they had their disagreements. Sometimes they argued over small misunderstandings, while other times their conflicts became major storylines on the show. Because of that history, whenever the two sisters disagreed, most fans simply assumed it was another chapter in their long-running sibling rivalry.
Between Tony and Tamar is Tony came to us first and say, hey guys, LaFace wants to sign me. How do y'all feel about it? With Tamar, it wasn't like that. She didn't come to us and tell us, hey guys, I have an opportunity. It was nothing like that.
As soon as when I found out about it, she tried to sugarcoat it. And how did you respond? It wasn't good.
But now, some viewers believe there could have been more going on behind the scenes. After Towanda married Sean Hall, fans noticed that she seemed less involved with certain family gatherings and appeared to keep more distance from some of her sisters. Whether that was simply a personal choice or something else is impossible to know from the outside, but the change became a topic of discussion among viewers. When Tamar later spoke about the situation, many people revisited old interviews and clips, trying to understand whether there were moments that looked different with the benefit of hindsight. One clip in particular received a lot of attention. It came from Towanda and Sean's wedding celebration. Instead of focusing on the happy occasion, many social media users became distracted by comments Sean made during the event. Some viewers interpreted the jokes as playful teasing between a married couple. Others felt the embarrassing comments crossed the line and wondered why someone would choose such a moment to make jokes that could be seen as putting their partner down. As those conversations spread across social media, Tamar's earlier comments suddenly gained renewed attention.
Didn't know that she was hurt.
No.
No idea.
I knew at the time when I got my solo deal, because they stopped speaking to me.
What did you think was going on?
I didn't know. I think they were just upset at me for moving on.
Because we always did everything together.
It looked like she's isolating herself or having to isolate herself. And since she has been with Andre, it seems like it's been worse.
People started asking whether she had been trying to tell everyone something all along. Again, there is no public evidence confirming many of the theories being shared online, but speculation continued to grow. The wedding clips weren't the only reason. Fans also pointed to several interviews where Towanda and Sean discussed marriage, finances, and household responsibilities. During one conversation, Towanda praised Sean in a way that suggested she appreciated the role he played in their relationship. His response, however, surprised many viewers. Some interpreted his comments as him simply explaining that he believed both partners should contribute equally. Others felt his delivery came across as unusually harsh. As those clips spread online, social media users began analyzing every word, every facial expression, and every interaction between the couple. That's when the internet started asking a much bigger question. Were people reading too much into ordinary conversations, or had there really been signs that fans ignored the first time around? That question remains at the center of the discussion today. What makes this story even more interesting is that it isn't just about one interview or one viral video. Instead, people are looking at years of public appearances and trying to fit them together like pieces of a puzzle. Some believe the pattern is meaningful. Others think viewers are creating a narrative after the fact. Either way, the renewed attention has once again placed the Braxton family in the spotlight. And as more old footage continues resurfacing online, the conversation shows no signs of slowing down. Because if there's one thing fans know about the Braxtons, it's that every new chapter usually uncovers another layer of an already complicated family story. And according to the latest online discussions, this may only be the beginning. As more people revisited the old footage, the conversation quickly shifted from simple curiosity to intense debate. Viewers weren't just watching the clips anymore, they were analyzing every expression, every comment, and every interaction between Towanda and Sean. One wedding moment in particular became the center of attention. During what was supposed to be one of the happiest days of their lives, Sean made a joke about Towanda's body odor. Some people laughed it off, saying it was just his sense of humor and that every couple has inside jokes that outsiders may not understand. Others, however, saw something completely different.
Questioned why anyone would choose such a special occasion to make a joke that could embarrass their spouse in front of family, friends, and cameras. Social media quickly filled with divided opinions. Some defended Sean, arguing that a few seconds of footage could never tell the full story of a marriage. Others felt uncomfortable watching the exchange and wondered whether it reflected a deeper pattern. Of course, no one outside the relationship truly knows what happens behind closed doors. A single clip can easily be misunderstood when it's taken out of context. Even so, the moment became one of the most talked about scenes after it resurfaced online. That wasn't the only video people started discussing. Fans also revisited interviews where the couple talked openly about marriage and finances. In one conversation, Towanda spoke positively about Sean and appeared to compliment the role he played in their relationship. His response immediately caught viewers' attention. Rather than embracing the compliment, he emphasized that he didn't want to be labeled in a traditional provider role. Depending on how people viewed the exchange, the moment came across very differently. Some saw it as an honest conversation about modern relationships and shared responsibility. Others felt his tone seemed dismissive, especially because Towanda appeared to be speaking from a place of admiration. Again, these reactions were based on personal interpretation rather than confirmed facts. Body language, tone, and short video clips can often be misleading, especially when they circulate online without full context. Still, the public discussion didn't stop there. As the debate continued, older stories involving Towanda's finances also resurfaced. Years ago, she openly discussed experiencing financial struggles, including filing for bankruptcy. Those challenges had already been public knowledge, and reports at the time described legal disputes involving unpaid rent and other financial obligations. When fans later learned that property connected to Towanda had reportedly been placed in Sean's name after their marriage, many people began speculating about the reasons behind that private financial decision. Some believed it could have been related to financial planning or legal advice. Others wondered whether it reflected something more concerning. At this point, however, there has been no public evidence confirming the motivations behind those private financial decisions, and much of the conversation remains speculative. Even so, the timing caused many people to ask questions. Then another topic added fuel to the fire. Fans noticed that Tamar was absent from Towanda and Sean's wedding. While other members of the Braxton family celebrated the occasion, Tamar was not there. Naturally, people wanted to know why. Some assumed the sisters were simply going through another rough patch. After all, Tamar and Towanda have experienced disagreements for years, and viewers of Braxton family values have watched them argue over everything from business decisions to personal misunderstandings.
Right, the show's supposed to do it because it's supposed to show real life family. That we have a real life family, and real life family goes through real life situations. You're not going to get along all the time. You're not going to see eye to eye all the time, and everybody has their own journey. Period. That's just it. So if you come on here talking about, oh, Towanda is jealous, she's all jealous. How can I be jealous of one sister and not jealous of Tamar Braxton?
But as new discussions spread online, some fans began wondering if there was more behind the distance. Following the wedding, Towanda publicly thanked many of the people who had supported her special day. Viewers noticed that several family members received heartfelt appreciation. Tamar, however, was not mentioned. That detail immediately became another topic of debate. Did it mean the relationship between the sisters had completely broken down? Or was it simply another example of long-standing family tension that had nothing to do with Sean at all? No one outside the family can answer those questions with certainty. What is clear, though, is that the Braxton sisters have always had a complicated relationship. Their disagreements have often played out in public, making it difficult for fans to separate ordinary sibling conflict from something more serious. As Tamar continued sharing her perspective, supporters praised her for speaking honestly about what she believed was happening. Others argued that viewers should be careful not to jump to conclusions based on one side of a family disagreement. That's what makes this story so fascinating. There are multiple perspectives, years of history, and countless moments that people interpret in completely different ways. One person sees harmless jokes, another sees red flags. One fan believes the family is simply dealing with normal disagreements. Another believes the resurfaced clips reveal something much deeper. Without direct confirmation from everyone involved, those questions remain unanswered. But one thing is certain, the renewed attention has brought Towanda and Sean's marriage back into the spotlight, and fans continue debating whether the old videos show ordinary relationship dynamics or moments that deserve a closer look. And just when many people thought the discussion couldn't become even more complicated, another layer of the Braxton family story began to emerge, one that stretches back years and may explain why emotions have remained so intense for so long. To understand why this story has captured so much attention, it's important to remember that the Braxton family has lived much of their lives in the public eye. For years, fans watched their highs and lows on reality television, seeing everything from career milestones to emotional family disagreements. Because so much of their personal lives has been shared publicly, every new interview or resurfaced clip tends to spark another wave of discussion.
The relationship between Tamar and Towanda has never been simple. Like many siblings, they've experienced periods of closeness and periods of conflict. On several occasions, they openly admitted that they didn't always see eye to eye. Sometimes the disagreements were about business. Other times they were about communication, trust, or hurt feelings that had built up over time. Because of that history, some fans believe the current situation is simply another chapter in a long-running family dynamic rather than evidence of something new. Others disagree. They point to Towanda appearing more private after getting married and suggest that her priorities naturally shifted toward building a life with her husband. Many people do become less involved with extended family after marriage, and that alone doesn't necessarily indicate a problem. Relationships evolve, responsibilities change, and every couple chooses their own balance between marriage and family. At the same time, Tamar's public comments encouraged some viewers to revisit old episodes of Braxton family values. Fans began comparing earlier interactions with more recent appearances, wondering whether they could identify a pattern. Some believed they could. Others argued that hindsight often changes the way people interpret past events. Once a new narrative gains attention online, it's easy for viewers to connect unrelated moments and see meaning that may not have been obvious before. That's one reason it's important to separate confirmed facts from personal interpretation. Another point that often gets overlooked is that reality television only shows part of the story. Hours of filming are condensed into short episodes designed to entertain audiences. Conversations are edited, scenes are shortened, and emotional moments are highlighted. As a result, viewers rarely see the complete picture of any relationship. The same is true for viral social media clips. A 30-second video can spread across the internet in a matter of hours, but it doesn't necessarily capture everything that happened before or after the camera started recording. That's why people can watch the exact same clip and come away with completely different conclusions. Even so, public interest in this story hasn't slowed down. Supporters of Tamar say she has simply been expressing concern from the perspective of a sister who wants the best for her family. They believe she's speaking honestly about changes she says she's witnessed over time. On the other hand, supporters of Towanda argue that every marriage is unique and that outsiders shouldn't assume they understand a relationship based on edited television scenes or isolated online videos. They also point out that adults are free to make their own choices, even if those choices aren't always understood by others. At this point, there has been no public confirmation establishing many of the more serious claims circulating online. Much of the discussion remains based on speculation, personal opinions, and fan interpretations, rather than verified evidence. That hasn't stopped social media from continuing the conversation. Every time an old interview resurfaces or another clip goes viral, thousands of new comments appear. Some viewers believe they've uncovered hidden warning signs. Others believe the internet is reading far too much into ordinary interactions. For now, the only people who truly know the reality of Towanda and Sean's marriage are the people living it. Whether the family eventually addresses these conversations publicly remains to be seen. It's also possible that they choose to keep certain matters private, which would be understandable given the intense public attention they've experienced over the years. Until then, fans will likely continue debating every interview, every social media post, and every resurfaced clip, searching for answers that may never come. One thing is certain, though. The Braxton family continues to be one of the most talked about families in entertainment because their story is more than headlines. It's about relationships, misunderstandings, forgiveness, and the challenges of living life under constant public scrutiny. As always, it's important to remember that public discussions often include rumors, opinions, and unverified claims. Until information is confirmed by reliable sources or the individuals involved, it's best to approach these stories with an open mind and avoid treating speculation as fact. Only time will tell whether this latest controversy fades away or whether new developments will change the conversation once again. What do you think about this situation? Do you believe people are reading too much into these resurfaced clips, or do you think fans notice details they overlooked the first time around? Share your thoughts in the comments below, but remember to keep the conversation respectful. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more updates on celebrity news, entertainment stories, and trending topics, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next upload. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.